Oh, 56 hard in the wall. Looks like we're gonna stay green. Oh,
they got a spin.
95 around, 33 hard into the inside wall.
Oh, they're wrecking up front. 93, Ricky Johnson around, collects the 30, the 59, the 30, I already said the 30. Oh,
They're still wrecking.
Oh my god, the 22 of Jason San Diego, damn it. Oh my word.
Turn 3 and 4.
Side, they fly for turn 3 and 4.
That's 66 now. Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, Joe, who's
3.
here?
I don't know. They're 3 wide through the tri-oval. Give it to Felds there at the yellow flag. For the lead, the 77 goes to the inside. Doesn't have the run there. Goes back outside. He's going to try to have the momentum through turns 3 and 4. Peaks to the inside. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaways. Calavol's around.
It's going to be at the line. It's so close. Merslack wins it.
Don't think. Oh, he got really close. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, they make contact. Oh my God. Joseph Weaver. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's presentation of the TMP USA Machining and Fabrication Cup Series race from the Auto Club Speedway. As always, I'm your host, Joe Twansky. Alongside me tonight, it's Mr. Ricky Collette. Welcome again to the booth, Mr. Collette.
Hey there, Joe. It's great to be back for what should be another fantastic night of racing here at Auto Club Speedway.
You couldn't have said that any more generic, could you?
No.
Off to a blazing start here on JTN. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for the start of this thing. Drivers currently out on track qualifying. Ricky will, as he always does, will take you through the starting lineup once we have those results at this beautiful 2 miles speedway out in Southern California in Fontana. You see the mountains in the background. The lights are on. They're always bright here in the TMP Racing League. It's going to be 90 laps for us tonight here, folks. It's going to be a doozy, but it's going to be a great one. We got tire wear at this track. You got multi-groove racing. You got it all here at the Auto Club Speedway, Ricky, and that is just going to be a recipe for a really good race here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It's Auto Club with high speeds. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, as you said, this is a very tire wear heavy version of Auto Club we're running tonight, and these guys are not bashful about the speeds they're running. Just watching practice laps out there, this clocking guys doing 202 miles an hour down the straightaways by themselves. So you get a pack of 15 cars out here, they start drafting. We're probably going to see that bump up to probably around 210 or so, if we're lucky. So it's going to be high speeds, but these guys are rolling it down big time going through the turns. There's not a lot of grip on this old pavement. It takes a lot to slow these cars down here, and it takes a lot to get them to grip up. So a very stark contrast to these straightaways should make for a lot of interesting strategy, a lot of different ways to race this track tonight.
And you see the results of qualifying going across the top of your screen right now, as it looks like qualifying has concluded, Ricky. You know what that means? It's time for you to take us through tonight's starting lineup.
Oh, awesome. And we're at the bottom of the list this week, so I shouldn't get it wrong.
Let's go.
If I get it wrong, I owe you $10. Okay, so for tonight's race, looks like about 12 car field tonight. Yeah, it looks like a 12-car field tonight, and sitting on pole at a time of 37.296 seconds will be the 7 car of Mike Hartman. And alongside him in that front row will be the 44 car of Dan Rubino. Third position will be Richard Fenkel in the 2 car. And alongside him will be Ron Milkey in the 60 car, starting in 4th position. Tom Musa in the 4 will be rounding out the top 5 this evening. John Palmer in the 108 will be starting in 6th place. Roger Nebelsack in the 51 will be starting 7th. With the 33 of Tom Faskow starting alongside him in the 8th spot. Josh Boyer in the 41 will be starting 9th tonight. And Ricky Bumblow in the 85 will be rounding out the top 10. Rob Keller in the 57 will be starting 11th, and then rounding out the field will be the 19 car of Rod Weston.
Real quick, Ricky, do you have Weston's car?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I am actually, since I caught that before the broadcast starts, Ricky, we're going to keep talking for a little bit here, but I'm going to try to get that car real quick, so that way we can see it on track. So, Ricky, tonight at this Auto Club Speedway, we're looking at 25 laps on fuel, but it's a 90-lap race, so that means we're going to be looking at 2 pit stops here tonight.
Yeah, that is the case. And tonight, it's really not going to be a whole ton to pit strategy here. You want to take 4 tires when you can get it. You really don't want to game it on 2 tires here. It's just gonna hurt you bad with the speed and the load these tires are under going around this place. 4 tires is going to be the name of the game no matter when you come down pit road. So really tonight, what's going to dictate strategy is how many cautions we get. You know, it's a high-speed track, but these guys are racing very closely together. Smaller field, which leans towards less cautions, but again, very high speeds, very high loads here. So mechanical failures and incidents aren't that far behind it. So we start getting a lot of cautions here tonight. That could really start to throw a wrench into the fuel strategy we're expecting. We might actually see some of these guys make it in less stops under green. We're lucky.
Well, and tire wear is going to be a great thing tonight as well. Drivers saying it's going to be about 10 laps before we start really seeing the effects of that. But once we see the effects of tire wear here at this old surface at Auto Club, it always makes it difficult on these drivers. So I will be looking forward to that. Real quick, we're going to take a quick break. Stream will go out for a couple seconds. We'll bring it right on back here on JTN just so we can get everything reset and ready to go here for the start of this race. All right, and back here on JTN, we got that all fixed quick. Ricky, how much time we got left in happy hour right now?
About 1 minute, Joe.
Let's go. Look at us, professionals here at JTN. Wanted to make sure
of professionalism.
Wanted to make sure I got his car right because I think this might be his first race here. Rod Weston in the 19, so want to make sure I have his car. I also saw Mackenzie Weston tuning in tonight to cheer on her dad. There is his car on track, the NOS Energy Machine. Oh, want to make sure we got that. I hate it, Ricky. I hate it when we don't get these sponsors on TV for these drivers because they work so hard on their paint schemes. That's what it is, man. I love to showcase all their cars, and just wanted to make sure we got that fixed, and now we do. So, Mr. Weston, I hope tonight is not too short of a race for you because, oh boy, that would suck. But 12 cars tonight, Ricky. It's a smaller field, like it is a lot here at the TMP Racing League. And remember, if you want to sign up, you can head over to their Facebook page to find out more information. You should do that, especially if you're looking for a great place to race on a Monday night. Fixed setup with a bunch of different offerings from a Cup Series, a short track late model series, and also in conjunction with the ASRA Indy cars, which you saw last week here on JTN. Is there anything there for you, Ricky? I don't think I left you anything.
No, I think you covered all the bases on that.
There's Dog Palmer in the 108 Milkbone Machine.
Happy hour just wrapping up right now, so we should be getting bumped to race in about 15 seconds. For tonight, as Joe said, fixed setup, but also moderate damage, important to note, as we get this race started. Fast track here, we're going to see, we see anyone spinning out, they're going to spill it pretty hard. So important to note that's moderate damage, so aerodynamic troubles aren't as prevalent under these conditions. And I lied, it did a 15-second countdown. That started another 15-second countdown. I forgot it never does that.
Oh, Ricky. Disappointed in you.
Well, it does one that's like happy hour is over, and then it has to like count down another 20 seconds just to tell you the session's done. And now we got cars on pit road.
There we go.
Drivers.
Nice little spread of vehicles tonight. We got a couple of Challengers, got a Mustang, a Toyota, some Camaros, and even got a Firebird.
And it's sitting on the pole.
Ricky Bumbalo.
Wait, we got a Firebird on the front row, too.
We got a Firebird on the front row?
Or is it Trans Am? I don't know. The same thing, right? No?
Yeah, it is, but yes, it is.
Let's go.
No, Dan Rubino, the 44 is a Camaro, is it not?
44 is a Camaro. I was talking about the 7 of Hartman. Ricky? Download the paint schemes, why don't you?
Oh, well. It hasn't been clear. I do not have the 7 of Mike Hartman, but I'm not the one broadcasting. So I'm allowed to have one empty car because then
Yeah. See, making up the rules as we go. Ricky Collette, what's new?
I just see a challenger. I thought that was a. All right, we got 2 Pontiacs. My apologies.
There you see your upcoming races here on JTN. This Saturday, we'll be back with the USORL Cup Series, and then the Excel Shootout following Monday. USORL at Knoxville, February 13th, USORL Atlanta, and then back with the TMP Cup Series at Homestead on the 15th of February. Getting ready to get this thing a rocking and a rolling. Mike Hartman on the front row. Dan Rubino 2 is outside. Row 2, Richard Fenkel and Ron Milkey. Row 3, Tom Musa, Dog Palmer. Pace car making its way through turns 3 and 4, ready to let these guys loose for 90 laps of racing action. I believe we'll be seeing a halfway caution. Could be, could not. Get clarification from the booth, the tower on that. Getting ready to go green flag race, Ricky. Here we go into the restart zone, or start zone, I guess it would be. Green flag, and we're racing from Auto Club. And a good start there by Hartman in the 7, pulling 3 car lengths on Rubino going down into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Hartman had a really good jump there. You can see he was setting it up pretty well come to the start here and make sure that he was able to spread out on the that 44 a little bit. These early laps are going to be crucial to track position here, because this is when the tires are at their freshest. These guys are going to be going around the track, at their fastest, carrying a lot of speed through the turns right now. They're doing about 182, 183 coming through the turns at the moment. So the draft is going to matter the most now. So if you're in that 44, Dan Rubino, if you're that 2, Richard Fenkel, if you're Ron Milkey there in that 60, a little further back, this is when you want to be getting towed around by that draft. This is when you're going to be able to close in on people and use that to your advantage. Now we got a spin in turn 2, though, the 90 of Rod Weston and the 85 of Ricky Bumbleow.
I think I jinxed him. That's going to bring out our first yellow of the night. Let's get a replay of that. Oh, this is a long one, Ricky.
Yeah, it's going on for quite a bit here. Looks like just a bad timing between the 2 of them. Looks like Weston was trying to take a higher line. Maybe Bumbleow was starting up high and with the intention of going down, kind of trucking it down turn 1 as he made his way through the corner there. But that's something you kind of have a lot of at these multi-lane tracks, that you don't really know. You could run anywhere, so part of the problem is you don't really know what the guys around you are going to do either. So you're kind of just running, assuming that you're not going to accidentally cross paths, and unfortunately it looks like that just happened there between the 19 and the 85.
Just unfortunate incident there, but again, moderate damage tonight, so that shouldn't affect them too much. Field going through 3 and 4. They'll get their first attempt at pit road. See our good friend Barbara in chat. I also see Steve now joining, so welcome to the Dan Rubino fan club for tuning in tonight. Hope you're cheering on Bino. He's running second. He's running good. Wouldn't you say, Ricky?
Yeah, I'd say so. Only 4 laps in. We haven't had a green lap yet, though, so I'm afraid to jinx anyone now that the 19's been an incident. But 19 of Rod Weston doesn't look like he has a lot of damage here. The interesting thing will be to see what happens with the 85 of Ricky Bumbleow, because Bumbleow backed it into the wall pretty good. But so that rear end's definitely going to be kicked in on that 85 car. I guess we won't know until he gets back out on the track if there was anything mechanical behind that.
You're saying we won't know till we know?
Yeah, we won't know till we know, because they got to pull that rear end out. I just mean in regards to engine damage. I think.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it looks like they pulled that out quite a bit there, honestly.
How do you get the back end of a race car to look that good?
I got a sawzall, a hammer, and a dream.
Well, good thing this is NR 2003. Mike Hartman still out front, qualifying on pole. See Dan Rubino behind him in the 44. There's Rich Finkel in the number 2 machine. Tom Musa in the fourth. That's fitting. There's Milky in the 60. Dog Palmer in the 108. Nebelsek there in the Snuggle machine. Sure, there's a bunch of jokes that I'm going to make throughout the night there. There's Tom Fascals, winner last time we broadcast this Cup Series from Nashville in the 33. Josh Boyer in the 41, who was duking it out with that 33 last time out, for us at least here at JTN. Rob Keller, Ricky Bumblow, and Rod Weston involved in that first incident here tonight. Pace car lights still on. Well, Ricky, that gives us time to talk about all the ways you can help support us here at JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like on the video. It's going to be a great night of racing action once we get this thing settled and away. You're going to love it. Hit the like button. Also, click subscribe if you haven't already. That is a great way to help support us at JTN. It's the best way, actually, Ricky. You can also go out over to our Facebook page. Give us a like over there. Like that Facebook page and follow it. Also follow us on Twitter. All those links below, as well as heading over to the JTN merch store. That's a great way to help us a little bit too if you have the means to do so and rep the brand and your support for us here at JTN. I think I got them all. Ricky.
Yeah, I think you got them all.
Let's go.
Well, hopefully we get one to go this time by. I got a hunch that we're gonna see it. But important to note here that how long this caution took, because that could be a factor later on if we see a late race incident. But yes, we'll be getting one to go here. Should be going green here at lap 7 of 90. We'll be taking the green flag. I say, there's not a bad-looking car out there tonight, Joe. And Roger Nebelsek in the 51 is sitting in the infield.
I think things look a little better now on the stream. Had our cameras on on standard definition instead of high definition, so should be able to see stuff a little bit. Thanks, Steve, for pointing that out for me. I don't know what Roger was doing though, Ricky, but I do know what we're about to do. We're about to go back green flag racing here. This time at the line, Dodge Challenger pace car makes its way down pit road. Mike Hartman with control here on the restart. Waits, and there we go. Green flag back out at Auto Club.
And just to end that thought real, Joe, the 51 Roger Nebelsek off track, so...
Oh, no.
Something must have happened. But just pulled into the infield and stopped there. And he's... Oh, might have had some connection issues, but we see the 44. Dan Rubino might get a charge to the inside. The 7 to Hartman here. If he has the line coming down to the turn, he's going to dive that in. But it looks like the 7's going to get the momentum.
Yeah, don't look now. Rich Finkel trying to make a move to the outside of Bino. He's going to have a run coming down the front straightaway here.
Yeah, but the problem is Rubino's got that draft, so it's going to help him keep ahead of Finkel and then fall back in line.
Sends him off for the time being.
Now you can see here, Dan Rubino's just running a little bit lower right now, and I think it's helping him. It's helping him sort of make smoke in and then send to Mike Hartman. I think the issue is, as they get close there, is that as he takes it low into the turn, he wants to push up the track, and I think he's scrubbing off speed where the 7, 3 and 4 there especially can just kind of roll the top, and he doesn't help. He has a worse entry than the 44, but I think it helps him get a better run coming off the turn.
And you see Fenkel there, able to get a really good run down the front straightaway that time with the draft from the 44 and 7. Is part of it too, maybe, Ricky, that he's just trying not to... Maybe he's given up a little time, a little bit of momentum coming off the corners to try not to wear those tires out too quickly?
Yeah, that can always be the case as well. Like I said earlier, I think with the speeds are running, they can kind of go anywhere you want. As Richard Fenkel makes a hard charge to the outside, almost grazed the wall there, and he's going to make a power move around Dan Rubino here for the second position. I
don't know if he held his breath behind the wheel of that car, but oh boy, Ricky, I wasn't breathing for a couple seconds there.
Yeah, that was I didn't know if he was going to pull it off. I thought he was about to go into the wall. As you see Dan Rubino, whoa, he had to save it coming off the turn there to get off the 2 of Richard Fenkel.
And he'll check back in line. Tom Musa will try to see if he can make a move on this 44 as Rubino's starting to fall back. A guy that's coming to the front, though, Tom Vasquez in the 33 Bass Pro Shops machine. He's going to get by Tom Musa for 4th.
Yeah, that 33 Bass Pro Shops Challenger is starting to move up here, Joe. And just flicking the top 4 here. These top 3 racing each other like this. Vasquez just needs to worry about putting down fast laps at the moment. These guys kind of being in a shuffle helps a little bit because none of them are running their fastest laps. They're all kind of slowed up off of each other.
Yeah. Bino thinking about trying to take it side by side on Fenkel there that last time, not able to do so. But this 2 car, Rich Fenkel, he's just running. I mean, he is really aggressive.
He's getting a very strong run coming off the 3 and 4 here, and he's going to right in the back bumper of Mike Hartman coming into turn 1. Now the question is, where does he go with his run? And for right now, it looks like he's going to follow him in that line.
Is part of that, too, early on in a race, just trying to see what you got?
Yeah, definitely. Testing those boundaries, seen like we said with the multi-lane track here. There's so many ways that you can take the turn here. Early on, fresh tires is the best time to do it. Kind of start moving around the track, taking some risks, playing around with things. But the worst you can do is that you lose a position or 2. A little further back, Josh Boyer making a charge to the inside of the 60 of Ron Milkey. He's going to have that inside line in turn 1 here. Let's see, it looks like Milkey lets him on by. So 41 Josh Boyer on the 6th position.
Sorry, producer Bristol coming in real quick, telling me a good job about fixing his mistakes.
Oh, look at that, too. Richard Fenkel is getting right on that back bumper of that 7 of Hartman. He's been there, Joe, the last few laps. It doesn't matter if I think he just got to set it up. And right now, Josh Boyer making a charge to the inside of Tom Musa for that top 5 position.
Well, Boyer came down. Boyer pit that last caution. Now, 2 laps, I don't think enough to really make a big difference, but we know this 41's always fast.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it wasn't even 2 laps. Honestly, we did about half a lap there. So, you know, these guys do have a heat cycle in those tires. As Mike Hartman goes way up high there. He was very close to the wall on his entry. But I don't think it was enough that would really hinder or give him a acute advantage with handling. But Josh Boyer definitely making quick work of these guys. Now he's going to set up the 33 Tom Vasquez for a position here coming into turn 1.
Setting him up, starting to dig the bottom. There he's to the inside, but car gets really tight on him up ahead, though. Hartman really close with the wall.
Yeah, these guys, you can tell, these guys are using all the track. And I think part of that is they're just trying to kind of let the car, like we said earlier, kind of let it taper up the track just so you don't scrub off as much speed, trying to keep the car held down on that white line. But the issue is as soon as you start doing that, you see the 2 of Richard Fenkel making a run for that inside position. Take the lead here.
And further back, Bino falling into the clutches of Fastcows, who's to his inside. Will watch the battle for the lead. Fenkel He held that 7 to Hartman up the track. Hartman's going to have to get off the gas. And Finkel passes him. Fastcows also makes the pass on Bino. And that 44, Dan Rubino starting to fall back. Josh Boyer to his outside now going into turn 3.
And these leaders about to run up on the 51, snuggle forward of Roger Nebelson.
Oh, there's a wreckage behind him. Bino slides up the track, makes contact with Josh Boyer. And that is going to bring out our second yellow flag of the evening.
Now that is a godsend for Roger Nebelsick. He's 3 laps down right now, Joe, but he's the only car any laps down. So I'd imagine he's going to get some, he'll probably get some kind of wave around or a lucky dog here.
All right, and of course, got a game crash. So we're going to be right on back. You saw what happened. Dan Rubino got just sent it a little too much into the corner, but we will be right back here on JTN. So sorry, folks. All right, and back here on JTN, getting everything reset. But Ricky, that was just an unfortunate place for Josh Boyer to be.
Yeah, very unfortunate there. Did nothing wrong, held his line. It was just like we said with those multi-group track. 44, Dan Rubino made a charge for position there, and the car just kind of slipped up the track a little bit and came into where Josh Boyer was arguing. So unfortunate deal there. On the bright side, it looked like Boyer doesn't have a ton of rear end damage. Looks like most of the contact was the side of the car to the wall, which on moderate damage really doesn't do a whole ton to hinder that car. So I think Boyer actually won't be incredibly worse for wear here. And it actually looks like he's staying out right now, Joe, just to get the lap led.
Might as well, probably going to have to repair some damage. There you see him on the screen.
Hated that last pit cycle that just came by, so we'll have to see how this kind of shuffles out. If Mike Hartman can make another charge at Richard Finkel here with fresh rubber, or if that 2 is just going to get quicker. But here comes the 41 coming down pit road. For the moment, it looks like John Palmer's going to take the point here, Joe.
Look at Dog out there leading laps here at California. I got a couple questions in the mailbag, Ricky. You ready?
All right, pull them out of the mailbag. Let's see what
All
they
right,
are.
so Play Cool EAS writes in, one extremely debatable question. How many holes does a straw have?
How many holes does a straw have? Well, it depends on what you would say. It depends on how you would look at it. If you're looking at it from 2... Because
as an engineer, I would say 1.
As an engineer, I would say 1
But it's a
because I
through
wouldn't even
hole.
call it a hole. I would say it's an extrusion.
No.
Like
no.
from a modeling standpoint, that's like an extrusion. Like that's just one hole going through the whole thing.
I mean, you can model it as a through hole.
Yeah.
Come on, Ricky.
Or a through hole, yeah.
Shh.
But in my head, that's one hole.
Steve Rubino writes in, and he's probably got a really good key in on what happened with the 44 there. He says, in relation to Dan Rubino, he probably didn't hear his spotter. Would you? Probably.
I don't think that's a question.
I wasn't asking a question.
That's a question. That
You
was a
think that was?
statement,
You
Joe.
think that was a problem?
I was at the mailbag, Joe.
Well, you know.
Yeah, you gotta listen to your spotter here. That's always important. I mean, and part of that too is just, like I said, yeah, definitely listen to your spotter. But sometimes you definitely does happen where you just sort of commit to a line, and there's not really much you can do after you commit to it. Physics are just going to do what they're going to do, and you just along for the ride. So,
You know.
if you take the turn too low, the car's going to truck up the track no matter what you do.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. We reset you, though, like this. Rich Finkel out front. Mike Hartman back there in second in that Tide Pods machine. There's Tom Fastcows in the 33 looking fast as ever. Ron Milkey in the number 60. There's Rod Weston in the 19 back there in fifth. 6th, it's the 44, Dan Rubino. 7th, 85 of Ricky Bumbalo, who's involved in that first incident with Rod Weston. I lost count. 8th, I think, Tom Musa. 9th, Josh Boyer. 10th, Doug Palmer. 11th, Rob Keller. And then back in 11th, it's Roger Nebelsack, who's coming to pit road here. Uh-oh, that's not how you do lucky dog, Roger. I'm calling you out. Right here. Lucky dogs can't pit. For shame. For shame. Did I get in trouble there? Am I gonna get in trouble from TMP Cup Series officials? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Hey, smart on his part, because he's gonna have a heck of a run coming to these guys once they get back to green. Rich Finkel leading them down to the line, into the restart zone we go. Oh, green flag, and we're racing once again from Auto Club.
Richard Finkel getting a really good jump there on that restart. That should help him a lot here with keeping some distance on Mike Hartman in that 7. Whole field right now actually quite spread out. Make it off of turn 2 without issue for the moment.
Well, it's a smaller field, too, and I know you talked a lot about the draft, and of course the draft is important, whether it's to build runs or build your team in professional sports, or to build an army. But
as we're talking about the draft here, though, you can see these guys just accordion back up from the 44 Dan Rubino up further frontward. That's not a word, but the 44 on up, these guys all just squished together here over that one lap just because of that draft. As you see, Mike Hartman making a huge run on the 2 car here going down the back straightaway. He's going to actually push him, Joe.
He's pushing him! Well, he sees that 33 behind him, and he knows that 33 of Fast Cows is fast. So, I'm probably thinking, I gotta try to get around this 2 as quick as possible. Also, that 2 and 33, they're teammates, so...
And you see Fast Guys making that look. You see Dan Rubino going to the inside of the 19 a little further back, coming down the straightaway here. See if you can pull off this pass. Looks like the 19 is going to let him on by here, not put up much protest. But, yeah, 7 Mike Hartman keeps getting these really good runs coming off the turn here. You can see how quickly he starts trailing back down the 2. Now, this track you definitely can bump draft in on the straightaways if you so desired. There's probably a little bit of a strategy there too, to be honest. If you bump someone going, down that back stretch, you can kind of get in their head a little bit and make them think that they're going to overdrive the turn. Make them have to kind of really pay attention to how they enter. It's a good way to get in someone's head. But it looks like for the moment, Hartman's not going to be able to get back to his back bumper as they come into turn 1 again.
Well, you kind of got to bully the guy. If you're the guy on the inside trying to make the pass, you kind of bully that other guy. You take that middle line, which is the preferred way to go around here at this version of Auto Club, and you tell him, I'm not going any lower, and you just hold your line. I mean, I've won a race here by doing that. Did I feel like a jerk? A little bit, but you know what? A trophy at the end of the night. I mean, it made everything feel okay.
Yeah, you see Musa's right there, Joe. It looks like if you just get...
Hartman,
my apologies. He's right there. It just looks like he's kind of waiting. It doesn't seem like he wants to take that low line right now. But at the same time, that's how Fenkel got him earlier, was that he took that... Fenkel got the run coming down the straightaway, took the lower line, and he stayed up the track, but basically he just sort of took the space of where the 7 of Hartman was running and just made him have to run even higher. So, I'm Mike Hartman right now. I'd be remembering that. I'd try that out myself. Take it into the turn, see if you can kind of get Fenkel out into the marbles a little bit.
let me just test a theory real quick for you. That's what he'd be saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make sure if you haven't already hit the like button. It's free. It's a great way to support us here at JTN. Also hit subscribe if you love the content that you're seeing. I've seen a bunch of people talk about they like what they see, and we appreciate you guys doing so. I know Steve Rubino with Hobo Racing, they booked us for their opening week in February for all 3 races, so that will be a wonderful week, especially for me, because I have a couple exams that week, Ricky. It's gonna be a great week on JTN, but it's gonna be even a greater week in the old JoeTow household as Mike Hartman continuing to try to make it a great night for him and the 7 crew.
Yeah, really do think he's just kind of letting up a little bit. Like he sees that he can make a charge here. A little further back, actually, Josh Boyer's passed the 4 for position. You can see he's making a really good charge here, carrying a lot of speed down the straightaway, and then he just sort of kind of stalls out a little bit. Like he might be dragging the brakes coming into the turn. He might be, I don't know what his game is right now. I don't know if he's just waiting to see if he can get that 2 to slip up.
Oh, Weston! Farther on back, Rod Weston, it looks like he might have made contact with the wall. That's going to kill Tom Musa and his momentum.
And Ron Milky is going to cash out from that.
He's like, okay, I'll take these positions.
Yeah, leapfrog that number 60, Robestas Camaro up to the 6th position. But Josh Boyer up into the top 5 once again.
The 41 car's a little fast.
Yeah, putting down some good lap times for that damage there. Speaking of fast cars, Mike Harmon again getting right on the 2's back bumper right at the end of the back straightaway. But he just can't, just not setting up the pass for the moment, it looks like, Joe. Now he's going to start getting some opposition soon because Top Fasthouse and Dan Rubino are both starting to track him down. They're both running faster lap times than at the moment.
Yeah, but tracking him down and passing him, we've seen tonight that those are 2 different things.
And that here you see again, that 7 is right there, and he is going to push the 2 once more.
Look at that. He's going to try to give him a little too much speed going down into that corner.
Yeah, I think he's trying to kind of get in his head, and also there's also that little bit of that you're kind of knocking on the back door, being like, "Hello, I'm here," well, just to let him know, make your presence known. But for the moment, it looks like the 2 Richard Fenkel's doing a very good job, just taking all of these attacks by the 7, as it were.
Ding dong, pizza's here.
But my only concern is that, you know, is Hartman spending too much time riding around here? As you see, the 33 of Fastcow's getting a big run off of turn 2 there. He's now on the back bumper of the 7. Dan Rubino's right there. Dan Rubino got a huge jump. He basically was on the 33's back door. Like, these guys are going to be wanting to move along here.
Dan Rubino not afraid to push it either. We saw that earlier. He'll push the issue.
The 33 of Tom Fastcow's making pass on the inside. We'll see how this goes coming into turn 1 here. If he can make the move on Hartman, or if Hartman will get the run coming off.
Fastcows makes easy work of him there. Finally gets by that 7.
You can see just the way he had to take that turn, how much momentum that killed coming off turn 2.
But if you can slide up behind that guy and not give him, and he kind of Fastcows, he timed it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rubino was to the inside of the 7. 7 car can't try to cross you back over going down into 3 and 4. So, damn, you got the pass, you got the momentum back, and now you're set sail to try to get that lead.
Yeah, looks like it's working for him right now, but Mike Hartman,
that was close.
Hartman looked, he saw what Fasthouse did there, and I think he was going to give it a shot himself, but looks like he might even grace a wall a little bit there, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that. I don't think Tide's used to...
I think it roughed up his turn.
Oh, no.
By attempting that pass and then having to bail out of it.
And you know who's smiling right now, though?
Richard Fenkel?
Oh, yeah, he's grinning ear to ear right now.
In chat, Steve Rubino mentioned, saving tires right now. Definitely could be a factor as well with how these guys are racing. My only concern, though, as you see the 7 hitting the wall again, was that the 7 seemed like he was pushing it very hard to get to the back bumper of the 2 there. He wasn't really just biding his time. As now, the 44 Dan Rubino is making that charge on the inside. They're going to be side by side coming off of turn 4 here, and we'll see who gets the run. Looks like the 7 will hold on to that 3rd position for the next lap.
So right now it's these top 4, Ricky. And then you got this gaggle back here. Tom Musa trying to get a position back from Milky in the 60. But Josh Boyer needs these guys to single out and figure it out so they can try to run down this top 4.
Honestly, Josh Boyer isn't, for catching some of these guys up here, Josh Boyer's not doing a bad job by himself, I should say. His last time by ran a 38.778, and then Dan Rubino ran like a 38.88. So, you know, he's running faster times than Dan Rubino at the moment. Faster than, or just completely even times with that 44 car. And I think if he can hook one of those guys in that top 4 draft, he really has all 4 of them.
Dan Rubino's starting to fall a little bit. Maybe that.
Mike Hartman getting a good run in turn 3 there, got right to the back bumper of the 33. And he's going to look to the inside here, coming down the straightaway, see if he can make that pass.
Hartman in the 7, he's just been able to get really good runs, but he hasn't been able to do anything with it.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if that's apprehension, I don't know if he's trying to save tires at the moment, but it just seems like it might be harder to dive down lower in the turn than we're thinking, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these guys, you can see it, they're mainly running that high line, especially as these tires wear. That creates so much push. You see Mike Hartman throwing it into the turn.
Well, he must have heard what I just said.
The 33 Tom Fastcow's here. The Fastcow's is going to let him have the position. It looked like the 33 Tom Fastcow's there was racing him for it, and then they just got close enough that he kind of bailed out on it just to let him have the position for the moment.
But I see this 33 starting to sink into the track. I wonder if he's starting to clutch, trying to save some fuel.
That could be possible. We were talking about it's going to be about, you know, a two-stop race, give or take. As you see, Mike Hartman getting into the wall, getting very close to the wall again. That's going to let the 33 make a hard charge to the inside.
Here goes Pascal's trying to get that second position back. See if he can do it. He can't. Gets tight through the center, so he'll squirt back up in line.
Yeah, you could tell that Hartman was carrying a lot more momentum being on that high line. Josh Boyer just had a moment with the wall that time by. Went to look back there. He had the whole rear end kicked out, but the 44, Dan Rubino, is now passing the 33.
Oh, and he threw it down in there, and he slides up right in front of that 33 of Fastcow's. Fastcow's now looking back to the inside to try to regain that third position. 33 looks like he has a little more momentum going down there, and he makes it easy. I don't even know what I'm saying. Move Fastcow's back up to third. Bino couldn't get the slider to work.
Yeah, Bino made a great pass there. It was just, you could tell the car tightened up, and Fastcow stayed on that high line, so he just had so much momentum compared to the 44 who had to blow up. It really was no contest there. But a great move by Dan Rubino there. I think if he tried that again, he might be able to get it to work, but you got to make sure the timing's right on it, where the 33 is not going to be able to kind of snake back by him.
Well, and don't look now. Mike Hartman now closing the gap on Rich Finkel here for the lead. He looks to the inside, coming down into turns 3 and 4. I wonder if Rich is just going to let him go. He does.
You know, Rich Finkel's been out there for quite a while. He's not been getting draft off of anyone. If you want to save fuel, you really don't want to be the leader because you don't have any additional help on getting some of the stress off that motor. Because the draft just isn't as strong. So he's probably burning more fuel out there than anyone else on track at the moment.
Well, and last weekend... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so I think that was a smart strategy play on Finkel's end, just kind of let the 7 by.
Well, last Monday we saw fuel was a very big issue at the end of the race, so... I don't know, we're coming up on halfway. That is something to watch, too. I believe we get a halfway caution. So, I mean, I think that's what these guys are trying to get to right now, Ricky.
Oh, it could be possible.
All right, give me a little more credit than that.
For the moment, it looks like Mike Hartman holding a pretty decent gap here to Finkel, who looks like he's dropping about 0.2 of a second compared to the leader now. So I do think that Finkel might be saving or just kind of laying back a little bit. But very big he's actually downshifting, slowing down here, Joe. I think that 2's coming to pit road.
And Rich Finkel first to come to pit road here, so that 2 car makes its way down pit road. Josh Boyer also doing so. So Boyer comes to pit road. They're the first 2 to pit. I don't think these guys then are going to be able to make it, because I know Boyer was probably one of the guys that was actually saving.
Yeah, it's hard at a big track like this to really save anything monumental with fuel. It's really like, you know, we mentioned it the other when we were at Gateway. a smaller track, you could save like a few laps of fuel by almost doing nothing, by just getting off the throttle just a little bit more.
Here comes
Somewhere like here, you're lucky to get half a lap if you're clutching for 25 laps.
Hartman coming to pit road. He surrenders the lead to Fast Cows
Oh,
here.
60 of Ron Milky is up in the wall, but it looks like he's got it straightened out. Looks like he was trying to come to pit road, maybe, but he had to downshift and everything to get that 60 Robestas car rolling again.
Here's Fast Cows coming down the back straightaway. Josh Boyer coming off pit road. Boyer's going to try to stay in front of this 33 because, again, if this 33 car can make it on fuel to the midway break and maybe put a couple of these guys a lap down, that's going to put him at a huge deficit.
Yeah, we'll see what Tom Fastcows does here. You see Dan Rubino in the 44 coming down pit road now. That leaves Rod Weston on track, who is also saving at the moment. But for the moment, that looks like that's all that's left of people that stayed out.
Dog Palmer's cutting the engine. There's coasting.
You can tell that 33 is he's down to 150 on the back straightaway here, Joe. He is coasting it.
Well, if he's going to come to pit road, he's got to be waving his hand. He doesn't do it this time.
We'll see, because if there's a caution here, they're going to hit this 45. I would imagine it would be this lap, but he is very much trying to save as much fuel as he can here.
Well, he's got a lot of time to give back to second as well.
Yeah.
Like Mike Hartman had to come back. Hartman has to come back to pit road, so that is a tough break for the 7 car there.
I see quite a few cars off pace. I think Dan Rubino had to come back down to pit road, Joe.
Oh, no. If I'm Fast Cows and I'm hearing that, I might as well just pit.
This 33 is doing 120 down the back straightaway.
This is your leader, folks. Only on JTN.
Comes Dan Rubino doing 170 miles an hour. This is almost dangerous right here.
Look at that closing rate. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
He is going to try taking this to the absolute limit. The only thing is now...
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so he's taking the yellow. Yellow flag's out. The leader just took the yellow. So
Jeez.
now here's the problem with Tom Fastcows is now he does not have that momentum to deal with. He's got a pace around doing 60, and he's not going to be able to pit this time. He's going to have to wait and then go around next time because pit road's going to be closed out here as pace car's coming out in the backstretch. So if he pits this time, he has to go to the end of the line, and that kind of just undoes everything that he just did. So... It's an interesting strategy play, but he's kind of in a box here that he really needs to make sure that he makes it.
Where some of my confusion lies, Ricky. If everyone else pit at that rate, you might as well. I mean, I don't know. It was a good strategy goal. It got on the track position. We'll see if other guys that are on lead lap decide to come and pit as well, but I have a feeling that won't be the case. Even if you just come down and take like a splash of gas, right?
And he's gonna come down pit road here. Is it open?
It should be.
Nope, it is not. So
wait,
he will take the end of the line.
Wait,
so...
it's open. There's a red flag and then the lights are green. Everyone's coming to pit road, so I would assume pit road's open.
Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, you're right. Why is there a red flag over there?
I don't know.
That's strange.
It must be a fan holding up a JTN flag or something.
He just loves it. But, yeah, you see, everyone comes down pit road. Because the thing is, though, Joe, these guys that came down for tires, they still got to do one more pit stop here no matter what. So if you come down now, this is the closest you're going to get to the end of the race. This is the closest you're going to get to the end of the race before you have to make that last stop. Unless we get another caution. I don't think I phrased that well enough, but you know what I mean. This is the only caution lap you're going to get to come down pit road before that next pit stop.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are inherently at a disadvantage if the 33 comes down and gets fuel, because that means he can take it further, which means when he comes off pit road after his service, he'll have fresher tires than these guys. His whole pit cycle will be just a few laps ahead of these guys. So, as you see, most of the field came down pit road here. We had a few stragglers. We'll have to see where they shuffle out.
My only thing is, couldn't you end up gaining all that time back by short pitting? So pit before you need the gas to get it to the end. And I think that's what we're going to see. Because we're in that window. It's 25 laps on fuel. We're going to be going back green with probably just over 40 to go. Racing through lap 90, but...
honestly, with how the grip's been tonight, I would actually be inclined to agree with you just because of the tires.
I mean, short pit, right? I mean,
yeah, the contrast's been amazing tonight. Fresh versus old tires going through the turns. You guys are carrying about 185 going through the turns, 183 to 185 going through the turns on like brand new rubber. But later in these runs, we're only doing about like 160, maybe. And we didn't even get. We might not have even seen of how bad the tire wear can get here. So that could even go down lower depending on how they're racing. So yeah, I would say a short pit is not a bad idea. Just in the sense that you're gonna immediately be putting down faster lap times than everyone around you.
Well, while we have this break here, or your upcoming races here on JTN presented by TWB Technologies, together we are better. January 30th, that's this Saturday, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The US Auto Cup Series heads to the Tricky Triangle, Pocono. The Excel Shootout then on Monday at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time from the Daytona Short Track. Modifieds there next Monday night. February the 6th, we have the night before the Super Bowl, Ricky, USRL Cup Series at Knoxville, dirt race. That'll be fun. I'll be watching our good pal Mikey Murata, see if he can lock his way into the playoffs there with a win at Knoxville. Then you have the following Saturday, February the 13th, USORL Cup Series from Atlanta, the 1997 version. It's throwback night. We might have a couple surprises in store for you here at JTN, but you'll just have to tune in and see. And then back here with the TMP Cup Series, February the 15th, about a month from now, from Homestead, which is another great racing facility. Oh boy,
how long until Daytona season starts? That point in early February where every league's like, we're running Daytona.
We only have the next 5, but if I had the 6th, Hobo Racing Cup Series Daytona, February the 16th, 8:50 p.m. Eastern. So, I mean, there you go, Ricky. Bam, got your question answered.
Now, just looking back on this, the 44 of Dan Rubino, who is leading, I went and checked back on this just to see if we had missed something. I guess he did only pit once during that. We might have gotten him mistaken for someone else, but I was checking back through the pit cycle there. It looks like he only pitted once under green. So I think Dan Rubino pitted during that pit cycle and then didn't come down pit road under this caution. So that's where he stands at the moment. That's where that 44 Hobo Chevy is at the moment. His pace car comes down the tri-oval, and we should be taking the green here.
Well, you gotta call it now, Ricky.
And Dan Rubino's going to lead him back as we are green flag here at Auto Club Speedway at lap 50 of 90 tonight's race.
So professional.
Dan Rubino gets a pretty good jump here, but the rest of the field seems pretty stuck together this run. As you see, Josh Boyer starting to look to the inside of the 2, Richard Fenkel already.
Askow's making a move for the lead to the inside, going down the back straightaway there in his 33 Challenger. See if he can make it stick down at this end of the track, Ricky.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Rubino's going to keep the momentum here on that high line. I do think that the difference in tires is not as prominent early on, but it does start to show its hand pretty quickly. You see Richard Fenkel making a charge to the outside of the 60 of Ron Milky. Milky's going to try to fall in line. He falls to the clutch of the 41, but leapfrogs him.
Josh Boyer says, not so fast.
Now the 33 of Tom Faskhouse is falling into the grasp of the 108 of Doug Palmer. But while they're racing, the 2-car and the 41 are running a team together here and gaining on these challengers very quickly. It's a big wad a little further back as well, but it looks like Richard Fenkel's going to make a charge on Doug Palmer going through the tri-oval here. Doesn't even need to get the turn. He's got all the momentum matchup for the draft there.
Well, we know that 2 cars fast. He was up front and leading that last stint, so important to watch there if he can make his way back to the lead. But right now, trying to get into the lead, it's Tom Faskow's in this 33 inside, 44 outside. I don't know what those numbers are called when they're double like that, but I do know this 33 Tom Faskow's back to the lead at Auto Club, lap
look
52.
At that, too. Richard Finkel making that charge to the outside of the 44. He is coming. That thing is cooking right now. He
just sends it down at that end of the track. Do you remember the 2013 Logano Hamlin, and then all of a sudden here comes Kyle Busch on the outside? Yeah. That's what I get every time we go through that corner.
Man, you saw that Tom Faskow's holding a lead here, but that too, Richard Finkel, if he gets another run like that, he's going to be at this 33 in a minute. A little further back, looks like everything's settled down. It really is the only battle on track at the moment. But Dan Rubino looking again to the inside of that car, looking like he wants to take his position back from that 2. Might feel like he was wronged there and losing it. Right behind him, Josh Boyer is racing the lap car, Roger Nebelsick, who's 2 laps down at the moment.
Nebelsick is going to be watching this 44 and 2 because they're getting racy up in front of him. See if they make a caution. He gets a free pass, and then he's only 1 down.
Yeah, if I was Roger Nebelsick right now, I'd be jumping a bit more caution. He's still the only car any laps down, so even at 2 laps down, he'll get any benefit of being the only car, to a lap down. So two well-placed cautions here that puts him back in the race. Now, it's not unheard of late in the race here at Auto Club to get a bunch of cautions, but you can see that this is a good moment for one right now. These guys are just glued together. You could throw a blanket on this field as a 51 of Roger Nebelsick is going to make a charge on the inside of Josh Boyer. It looks like he can't pull it off. Boyer will have the momentum here. I don't know how I feel about that, Joe. Just because a 51 is 2 laps down right now, he really doesn't have much to gain. He's not going to be able to lose the leader if he passes them.
I believe that's teammates there, so that's going to be a sticky situation come Monday morning at the shop, or Tuesday morning, I guess it would be.
And that's going to put him right back into the grasp of Rod Weston here in the 57.
Oh!
That big screaming eagle on the side. It's hopefully it's giving that 57 a few extra horsepower here to make the pass, but it looks like for the moment he's not going to be able to pull it off.
Well, and while you were talking about that, there was a big moment for Tom Faskow's had to steer the car really hard to the left off the corner to avoid hitting the wall. Almost took it down to the inside wall.
And you see that 2 was getting a big draft here. The 33 was trying to break it a little bit. Frankel's going to get a great run coming through the turn here. He's going to stay in line, but you see Daniel right on his back bumper too. He's got to be careful about the moves he's making, because if something happens with this 33 where he has to check up, the 44 is going to go right into the back of him. Like, I don't think Dan Rubino would be able to, at the speeds they're running, Dan Rubino's not going to be able to slow down enough. He's got to be careful about where he's running behind this 33 car, especially if Backhouse is getting that close to the wall. This time it looks like he was going to make that charge to the inside, Joe.
And Rich Finkel to the inside, going down into turns 1 and 2. This is where we've seen all the passes throughout the night. The high line not as strong at this end of the track. Finkel takes the lead, but Faskow is going to look to the inside for the lead. Once more coming off the corner, they cross over. Oh, we got the 57 in the wall behind him. That's going to bring out our 4th caution of the night, Ricky, and it's going to take away this wonderful battle for the lead.
Yeah, but you know who just made out big? Roger Nebelsick. That's 1 extra lap for him. Now he's only 1 lap down here.
There's Rob Keller in the number 57. Let's get a replay of what happened. Oh, he's spinning like a top, Ricky. There it is, coming through turns 1 and 2. Mike Hartman gets really tight off the corner, makes contact with the 57. He collects it, and then gets into that right front wheel well of Tom Musa, and that sends the 57 back into that outside wall, and then he's just spinning. Dreidel, 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 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard, because you know when he hit that wall there, he did not have a ton of control of that car.
Yeah.
But got that 4 there at a tough time. I think the 4 Musa probably will be fine. Honestly, the 57 will probably be fine.
He doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. A lot of, for moderate damage, a lot of softer hits. In any other application, I would not call that a soft hit. But, not a lot of visible damage on that 57 Camaro, so I think that should help him out here. He definitely won't have any engine damage, I can say that for certain, but...
Everyone coming down pit road, but Ricky, they're still outside the window to make it to the end on fuel. I mean, this is...
Yeah, right now we're at lap 60 of 90. If we're talking about 25 lap fuel run, it's going to be close here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people come down pit road just for the sake of topping off.
Yeah, especially if you're towards the back, you don't have any track position to give up. I mean, right, might as well give it up.
Yeah, it's not a bad strategy. So we'll see what these guys do here, but
Nebelcycle will probably come to pit road. Musa will come to pit road. He's probably going to have some damage to repair. No, one more time, we'll talk about our sponsors here on the JoeTow Network. Check out JoeTow Designs, linked in the description below. Use code JTN2 at checkout for 10% off of all those wonderful designs. That's JoeTow Designs on Teespring, linked in the description below. You can also check out AutoSim. AutoSim Omega Owner Mode just came out, and it's a fun way to play. Control every aspect of your racing team in the best text-based simulated racing game on the market with numerous mods to choose from. That's right, AutoSim. It's free. Head over to their website, autosim.weebly.com, for more information and how you can play AutoSim today. A wonderful game there. And you can also check out the Fake Racers podcast here on JTN, where we interviewed AutoSim's creator, Steve, a few weeks ago. You can also check out all the conversations Davey Hazard and I have about racing, about online racing, just a litany of things, and just a fun time there. Fake Racers podcast coming to you this week, probably tomorrow night. If I had to choose a day, it'd probably be tomorrow night, but it'll be a fun time with Davey and I this week. We're going to talk about NBCSN going away, Ricky. That was a big story this last week. I think there's been so many stories today. You found out Jordan Anderson has his team run for Xfinity. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? If you want to add something to your Monday night, every single Monday night, you can go to the TMP Racing League Facebook page. It's linked in the description below to find out how to sign up. I know they're looking for more drivers to participate. So all you got to do is head over to their Facebook, message them on there to find out how you can get racing here with these TMP Racing guys, as well as getting involved with the ASRA. Again, those leagues can join together this year for 3 different championships, as well as an overall championship. This race number 7 in the Cup Series championship, 2 races after tonight before we decide the final 4 for championship month. It's championship month for the most part, 3 races, 3 weeks here on JTN with the TMP Racing League and ASRA for their championships, as well as their overall champion, concluding with the ASRA finale at the Michigan International Speedway. Ooh, I think I got it all, Ricky.
Now, it's championship month, but is it truck month?
No, because it's not a General Motors dealership.
Is that General Motors? I don't even remember who does
Chevy Truck Month.
To be honest.
Chevy Truck
is it
Month.
Chevy Truck Month? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have thrown a dart at a dartboard and might have actually been right about Truck Month being someone else.
Well, here we go. Rich Finkel out in front. Tom Faskow's in second. I don't know how to answer sometimes, Ricky. I just don't know how to answer. Mike Hartman back there in third, making his way back up front, making his way downtown. Dan Rubino there in fourth. Ricky Bumbalo, Rod Weston, Josh Boyer, who came down, topped off. Tom Musa just came down. Ron Milkey, Doug Palmer, Rob Keller, and Roger Nebelsick still 1 lap down after an early technical issue. Field makes their way off of turn number 4. Into the restart zone we go. We wait. Green flag. We're back racing from Auto Club.
Fenkel gets a great jump here on the start, but don't look now. Fast Cows is gaining a lot through the middle of the corner here. He's actually got a nose to the inside.
He's down on the inside, trying to make his way past his teammate Rich Fenkel there on the outside. See if he can do it going down into turn 3 and 4.
He's going to have the preferred spot here if he can pull off the pass.
No, he can't.
Oh, he can't. So Fenkel's going to have the momentum, but he's got the 7 of
Oh,
Mike
Hartman, 3
taking
wide.
it 3 wide.
3 wide down the front straightaway for the lead. The boys, I don't know how this is going to end. We're still 3 wide. Teammates on the upper 2. Hartman led off. Holy.
Oh, Hartman bailed out. Hartman, he called the bluff there. Dan Rubino's going to leapfrog the 2 of Fenkel as well. Rich Fenkel was in a really tough spot there. He was very high up on the track, higher than you want to be entering the turn. So he lost a ton of momentum, and Dan Rubino absolutely jumped on it as Ricky Bubalo goes onto the apron.
Oh, Bubalo, no! Contact with Hartman sends the 7 in the wall.
And they are still straight. And my goodness, where did Ricky Bubalo come from? We saw him at the first caution tonight, and he is now in 4th place, Joe.
That was,
Here comes Dan Rubino on the leader. Rubino getting a big run on the bottom of the turn, too.
Well, you got to do it now while the tires are fresh. Those runs, they won't be there once you start to wear those Goodyear Racing Eagles away. He makes the pass through the corner, but Tom Fastcow's going to try to make it back on the inside. Dives low through the tri-oval to try to get this lead back, but give the lap to Dan Rubino.
Now Rubino's going to get it here. Now Fastcow's got to be careful. The 2 of Rich Fenkel. He had a ton of momentum. Look at how much steam that car had. And now the 33 is going to try taking it back to the inside of the 2, see if he can pull off the pass. They're going to be in a dead heat coming down the straightaway.
Well, this is going to open up the door for Bumbelow to get a good run going down into turns 3 and 4. We saw that 85 not afraid to make a big move to the bottom at this end of the track. See if he does it again. He tries to peek to the inside of the 33. Rod Weston also up here in the top 5. I don't know.
Where did Weston come from?
These 2 wrecked early on in the race on lap number 2. Now they're up inside the top 5 as Dan Rubino still leads.
You know, Joe, that 19 of Rod Weston, he really didn't get any damage off that first wreck, but he's sort of been biding his time more or less ever since it happened. See a 33. Oh, the 2 had a big check up here. 33 is going to make a charge to the inside, and the 85 might actually come with them. But just a bit, I thought that, I think the 19 was just sort of playing it safe after that incident. And now, as they're going 3 wide here, turn 3.
Ah! That's the only noise I can make.
They're going 3 wide here, Joe.
Let me take you through what my brain would be doing. Ah! Because that's not where you want to be 3 wide. I know. Oh, no!
Big wreck! Bumbelow gets collected. Oh, that is a big wreck. A lot of good cars in that.
Well, and this ruins any type of fuel strategy that those guys laying back had going, but they did have the advantage as they weren't involved, and now Roger Nebelsek's going to get back on the lead lap with the lucky dog. Dan Rubino, though, will bring us to caution.
If I'm Roger Nebelsek, I'm buying Rod Weston a steak after this. Because that caution just basically saved his whole race. He's back on the lead lap now. We know that 51 Snuggle car is fast. He was running with those leaders when he was 2 laps down. You could tell he was antsy that he wanted to be running with those guys. He wanted to be racing for position here. Now he's going to get the chance. He's going to have to start at the back of the lead lap cars, but with how everything's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that 51 car make a hard charge through the field here, Joe.
Yeah, and you saw the replay there. We're going to have to bring it right on back. Got another game crash because, this NR 2003 just loves me. But we'll be right back here from Auto Club in just a moment and take you through all the damage out of the wreck. All right, back here real quick. Sorry again, folks. Sometimes some of these tracks just don't agree with the computer, but don't worry. Don't worry. I got a guy whose game doesn't crash like crazy, and he's got you for a quick second radio style, taking you through all the damage to these cars.
Yeah, Joe, so looks like right now, Rod Weston's got pretty decent damage. A lot of these guys on track, honestly, the 33 and the 85, they all got pretty decent rear end damage. They're all back on track at the moment, so I don't think they're too far off, I guess. But we'll have to see what they can pull out here. Ricky Bumbalo already had some damage, so I feel like this is not going to help his chances. But we'll see. It looks like Tom Vasquez really did make out the worst out of all of them. But they pull out the rear end of that 33 Challenger, and it looks like it's one uniform piece now. So maybe that 33 team really has something going there. Pulling these fenders out.
They just cut the back end off real quick and put a new one on. I don't think there's any rules here against that like there are in NASCAR, so. Looks pretty good. Did Dan Rubino pit?
I
don't think he did.
Let me see. I don't think he did. No, I don't believe Dan Rubino pitted.
Oh boy, Bino.
Oh, that's going to be a yikes from me, Chief. That everyone else pitted. That was a very on any other run I would think, okay, maybe he can get a few laps here, but we got 20 laps and these guys ran it very hard early on there.
That's gonna be a yikes from me.
We'll see. We'll have to see, but he's gonna get a lot of opposition here from these guys on fresh rubber.
Ooh. I catch my breath real quick, because oh boy, they were racing there though, Ricky. You could tell we were starting to get down to the end of this thing.
Yeah, we definitely are getting to the end of this thing, and we'll have to see what this all leads to, because now everyone's kind of on the same footing. We only have one car. We have Doug Palmer's on track, so we really, of all 12 cars, we have all of them on the track right now. The only person I think will be a lap down is going to be Doug Palmer, the 108. I think.
Why is he a lap down?
Not exactly sure, but he's listed as 2 laps down right now.
That's unfortunate for the whole Milkbone 108 Dodge Challenger crew. There comes Dan Rubino coming to pit road. That's puzzling, man. That's puzzling.
Yeah,
crew probably started yelling at him, "Hey, buddy, you missed pits."
I'm trying to figure this out as well, because we're 20 laps. We're at 19 laps to go here. They're not gonna
get anything extra for fuel. Yeah. Well, we'll reset you like this. Rich Finkel out front, Josh Boyer in second, Tom Musa in third. So a couple new faces in those Ford Mustangs up towards the front. Rob Keller in the 57. He's sitting there in fourth. Fifth, Ron Milkey in the 60. Pole sitter Mike Hartman there in sixth in the number 7 machine. Seventh is 85 Ricky Bumbalo. Eighth, 33 Tom Vasquez. Ninth, Rod Weston. There's Doug Palmer. He's running in the 12th position. There's Dan Rubino. He's going to be marked as 10th, and 11th is going to be Roger Nebelsack there trying to catch the field after getting the wave around. Here you see him coming by full head of steam. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Once again, upcoming broadcast here on JTN. Next time we're with you Saturday night, 10:40 p.m. It'll be myself and our good friend Tommy Bordeaux as part of the United States Online Racing League Red Bull Cup Series. And if you want to join in on all the action here at the TMP Racing League every week on Monday nights, well, they race every Monday night, not just the ones that we broadcast. So head over to their Facebook page to find out more about how you can sign up to race with some of the best and some of the most courteous and just great group of guys. But Ricky, here we go, getting ready to go back green flag racing. We got a third different pace car that pulled off the track. Here we are, green flag, back racing at Auto Club.
Richard Finkel gets a huge jump here on this restart, but I feel like I keep saying that, Joe, and it all ends up being nothing because this guy gets such a huge run coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, I'd be worried that that 41 and 4 might hook up and start trying to work together to get around this too. You got 4 teammates back there.
Oh yeah, here comes that 41. Look at Josh Boyer. Haven't really been talking about him since his incident earlier. But now that 41 Topgolf Ford is back in this.
He's back in this, but he's got to make good on this opportunity.
Mike Hartman, look at the inside the 60 back there as well, making that charge for the lead for the position.
And Hartman is a guy that races really close through the corners. Milky gives him the spot, though. Tom Musa trying to get a good run to the outside of Boyer, not able to do it that time by.
Yeah, it looks like Fenkel still going to hold this lead, but Musa, he's now Tom Musa. We haven't really even talked about Tom Musa today either. He's making a hard charge here at the 41. And he's definitely got speed as well. It's not even, not by luck, he's just up here.
Well, further back, Mike Hartman just is making the pass for 5th. He's going to have momentum coming off of turn number 2. Got to keep it out of that wall. He does. So move that 7 car up into the 5th position, or 4th position rather.
Musa there, because the 41 just a very light bump going into the turn, if anything. But again, I think he's just trying to kind of get him there to let him know that he's there. But the 57 of Rob Keller, charging around the outside of the 60, he's taking the 33 Tom Baskow's with him. The 60 of Ron Milky's getting a little bit freight trained at the moment.
See Milky on the outside, farther back, guys going by on the bottom. We're going to continue to watch this battle for the lead.
Oh, the 33 just closes the door on the 57, but that was a tight one.
Watch Boyer. Fenkel just starting to increase this gap back to 2nd place, and he wants to see these two start to get a little racy here, Ricky.
Yeah, I think he really does want to see these guys start to get racy so that he doesn't have to deal with this. You know, they only have so much time here. As you see Tom Musa get on the back bump of the 41. He's going to give a big shot here going into turn 3. They only got so much time here. We're in lap 77 right now. We have about 14. We're coming to 13 to go here. So there's a point where when these tires start to wear down, that draft doesn't mean that much. That Fenkel's going to have the advantage for being out in the clean air. And a little further back, yeah, as you see the 4, Tom Musa maybe starting inside the 41. He's going to try to make this pass, Joe.
Musa says, I got to go.
Pull it off.
And Boyer holds strong there on the outside. Tom Fascows, Dan Rubino's starting to creep into the picture back there in 5th and 6th. Mike Hartman now looks to the inside of Musa for 3rd.
Now we'll see if Hartman can hold the line here. He doesn't really have, yeah, you can see it. He gets tight here. He needs to have more,
3 wide.
Inside there. Yep, it's 33 of Tom Fascows. He pulls this pass off on the 7, we'll see. You can see he's starting to rotate the court just a little bit better. So yeah, you should be able to pull up here. Even if that 7 gets a run, I don't think he's going to be able to get back past that 33 car.
Well, you know the racing's really good when Ricky and I are just sitting here silent because we don't even know what to say because we're just watching it in awe. Tom Fascows, though, moves up into 4th after being involved in that last incident, trying to now get around this number 4, Tom Musa, for 3rd.
Tom Musa got very close to the wall there. You don't want to do that when someone's following you. It's going to give that 33 the confidence that he can make that charge on this guy. And there he goes. Tom Musa, 33 Tom Fascows going to the inside here. But doesn't pull it off. Looks like he let off in the last minute. Smart move to save those tires a little bit, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting down to it right now, Ricky. It's just...
44, Dan Rubino is racing Mike Hartman. Going into turn 3 here there. Door to door. Hartman washes up a little bit, but Rubino will hold it down low. See Rod Weston back there passing Rich Milky in the 60.
Ron.
Rob. Ron Weston. Okay. I got
No,
names mixed up.
Rod Weston, Ron Milky.
Ron Milky. What was I saying? Rich?
I don't know.
I don't know. A few cars off the wall. 57-7.
Well,
And then it comes a 41 coming up on the 2.
well, this is our TWB 10 to go. Head over to GardenLightStrack.com. From porches, patios to more. GardenLightStrack.com has it all for you. TWB message.
Oh, the 19 catches the 57. 57
Oh,
hard to the
boy,
outside wall.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
Pitch straight. I am sorry, Joe.
I had to say sorry, Tommy, because I didn't think we got our TWB 10 to go in, but oh my goodness, a lot was going on that time off of turn 4. 9 laps remaining.
Huge moment there, and Roger Nebelsack just made out big because the 19 and the 60 had to check up so much. He just drove by him like they were standing still. And we're starting to see Tom Musa here in the second position. He's breathing down that 41's neck, and
Oh,
the
he did
33
it
goes
again!
around. Tom Fastcow's into the outside wall. That's going to put us under caution here, Joe. Now, oh goodness. So that's going to be 8 laps to go. Are we going to be able to get this
Yeah.
thing green again?
Yes. Oh
Think
boy.
so?
Yeah.
The long cautions here.
Caution isn't 8 laps. Here you see the replay. Hartman just sends it up into the left rear. Tom Fastcows and oh man. And this is just, I mean, oh man. Oh man, we're gonna go back a couple laps too, Ricky. You're talking about slip up from the 60. Can't find it. Here. This a couple laps ago. Milky inside Weston, really down on the apron. Makes contact with the 60 of Milky. Milky keeps it going straight. Everyone having troubles off that corner.
Oh, Joe, strategy split here.
And Neville.
Richard Fenkel stayed out. Mike Hartman stayed out. Dan Rubino stayed out. Josh Boyer came down pit road. Tom Musa, the 57 to Keller, 51 to Nebelsack. And the 19 to Weston, the 108 to Palmer, Bumbalo, Fastcows. These guys all came down. I don't know what they're taking for tires. We'll have to see here. I think the idea would be to take 4 tires, because that's the best way that you get an advantage on these guys. But we'll see if anyone takes 2.
I don't know why you'd take 2. That's a silly move. You're coming to pit road, you're taking 4. We've seen so much tire wear.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And Josh Boy's going to lead him back out with Tom Musa behind him. And then Roger Nebelsack, the third in line here. And they're going to line up behind a few cars here, though. The 2, the 7, the 44, and the 60, if the 60 decides to stay out.
Well,
And the 60 has rear end damage, so I'm not sure if he's going to stay out.
well, and the 7 just caused that caution.
Yeah, so I would imagine that might even thin out the numbers on these guys a little bit as well. But this is going to be... If I'm Richard Fenkel right now, I'm sweating bullets.
Bullets?
Sweating bullets.
I mean, you can make a lot of money sweating bullets.
If I'm Dan Rubino, I'm sweating missiles.
Oh, then you,
He-
ooh, a lot of money.
Yeah, because he's going to be the first one to get jumped by these guys when they come up on him. But at the same time, this is all dependent, too, on how many laps to go we get when we get a 1 to go here.
I don't think it's going to matter, Ricky. I think those new tires are going to definitely be the big thing. So, Benkel had the lead, stays out on the old tires. Here's the thing, though. He's in a situation where he's damned if he did, damned if he didn't, right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Pardon my language. I think that's the harshest word I've ever used, but Ricky's giving me one of those looks like, did you just say that? Did you just say that, Joe? But
Bristol's going to go to the standard just practices people.
make sure that we
after
can
this race.
say damned. But
He's a dog. I don't think he cares if we swear.
he cares a little bit.
I would agree with you though. It kind of
I think they would have just done the opposite of whatever he did.
Steve Rubino in chat says, "Damn, Joe."
That's right, beavers, like what beavers build. Or hydroelectric dams.
Now, it looks like the 60 of Milky's going to stay out here. I have to see what happens with the 7 of Mike Hartman. But if these guys all stay out, there's going to be a 4-car cushion. Three-car cushion, I should say, between Richard Finkel and Josh Boyer.
We're engineers. We're good at arithmetic.
So we'll have to see. Well, I was saying 4-car cushion counting him, but I guess it would make more sense to say 3-car cushion because that's applying.
Well, you're counting for the pace car, right? Pace car is
going to 1 to go here at 5 to go. So
yep.
We'll be going green with 4 laps to go. So
a green, 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 white checkered.
Yep. And what I was saying about the lap times here, with how many laps we had left under green, if Finkel can have these guys behind him fight that 21 for a little bit, if this was, say, like a green-white checker, that might fare well for him. But if we're doing a 4-lap shootout here, I don't know. That might not be enough time for him to hold off that 21, especially 21 makes quick work of these guys.
Well, folks, this is the time to share the broadcast. If there was ever a time to do so, right now. 4 laps remaining, a win at Auto Club on the line. And Rich Finkel, he's in a good spot right now. I don't know if he's in a great spot, but he's in a good one. We'll have to see what happens here. It's Finkel, Hartman, Rubino, Milky, and Boyer, your top 5 here for this restart. Coming to 5 laps to go. Musa Nebelcek behind that 41 of Boyer in 6th and 7th.
It was 4 laps to go, by the way.
4 laps. Did I say 5?
Yeah,
4 laps.
Lap 87 and 90.
Well, math. Right? Math. It's hard. Pace car makes its way down pit road. We're not going to talk about numbers anymore. Just talking about what number is out front at the end of this thing. Finkel into the zone. He goes. Green flag. And we're back underway here from Auto Club. And another great restart for the 2.
See a huge gaggle of cars back here. Already pushing 3 wide here. Right at the back of the field.
And if I'm the 2 of Finkel, I like that because that's a higher probability.
Look at how much speed the 41 had. Sorry, frog the 60, took the 4 with him, and Roger Nebelcek's going to the inside of the 4 here.
We'll watch this 41 for now. Josh Boyer has the fresh tires. He's going to the inside. He's got Nebelcek and Musa with him.
Oh, Musa's going to get boxed in here. Oh, look at this one, Joe. Look at Moore's going to the inside. He can't make the pass. They're 4 wide back there, a little further back. Josh Boyer now right where he wants to be. And the 51 of Roger Nebelcek is in the wall, and he is getting T-boned by the 44 of Rubino, but I think we're still green here.
It looks... No, we got a yellow flag out. Boyer to the lead, though. I don't know if that'll count. Musa looking for 2nd here.
Comes Musa. Musa's going to...
Oh, he's going to use that apron.
He's going to use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boyer back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from? Look at the 19.
Oh my goodness.
What a pass by Tom Musa there for that finish. For that, I was just taking the caution there, but that's for the race.
That's for the race.
That was amazing. We saw guys slide jobbing from the middle lane all night long, and we only saw maybe once someone ever venture down that apron. Tom Musa just went to uncharted territory, rode it the entire turn, and then came out clean on the other end. What a fantastic pass for the win.
Well, let's see what happened to bring out that yellow. Here's Roger Nebelcek in the 51. He gets into the wall. Brings it off the wall. Dan Rubino nowhere to go, makes contact, and that brings out your yellow to end this thing. So Nebelcek finally back on the lead lap. And he'll lose all those spots he fought so hard to get there at the end of this thing. But there it is, one more time. The pass for the lead. Musa barely clears Boyer off of 4, and then the drag race to the yellow flag, which, well, in a lapse time will become a checkered flag, Ricky.
Yeah, that's just unreal. And that was... Josh Boyer didn't even get to lead a lap. He passed the 2, and then never made it to the line because of 4 Tom Musa. Just what a masterful slide job that was. I can't... there was no room in between the 4 and the 41 when he slipped up the track. If you go back and watch it from the back of the 4 of Tom Musa, you couldn't slide a piece of paper in between that Monster Energy Ford and that 41 Top Golf car. That was unreal what he just pulled off.
I'll do you one better. We'll take it from the helicopter cam. Coming to the line, we'll watch him through turns 3 and 4 on that last lap. Here it is. Again, looking back at the pass for the win. Tom Musa on the inside, Boyer on the outside, and oh Nelly, that was a really paper. Piece of paper, Ricky.
That was just unreal. What a fantastic run. That was that was definitely up there on some of the finishes we've seen. Which I know we took it under caution here, but we count that. I think that counts as a race to the finish.
That counts.
But, you go to the trial here right now. Come down 3 wide here.
Saluting the fans that were in attendance tonight at Auto Club. Coming across the line, and Tom Musa wins it at Auto Club.
Man, look at that 19 came out of nowhere too. I know I said it earlier, but he just came out of nowhere again that time by. Made a fantastic charge for that 3rd position.
And what a night for Rod Weston in that 19. Involved in the early caution and then rallies back to a 3rd place finish. Musa, I feel like, Boyer was involved in a yellow early?
Musa was as well. I think.
So,
were they involved in the same one together?
Like, everyone was involved in a caution tonight.
everyone, I don't think Fenkel was, but I think that might be the only one I can think of.
That might be why he didn't win the race, because he wasn't involved in a caution.
I don't think John Palmer got caught in anything either. But
what a finish! What a finish here!
What a finish!
Tom Musa brings it down to the start-finish line and burn it down, Mr. Musa. There he goes. And bringing it into victory lane. And he parks it. Tom Musa, your winner here at Auto Club. Be moving on to our post-race coverage. Get you all the results that you know you're craving here. We'll also talk with our top 3. And how's that sound, Ricky?
That sounds fantastic.
Can't wait to talk to those guys about that finish, because
oh my god, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Just
every single question is going to be, how would you just do that?
How? Can you real quick, can you explain to me?
Yes, can you just explain to us what?
Hello? That apron ended up being really good. A lot of times we have the phrase, the apron is lava. Tonight, that just wasn't the case for Tom Musa and the number 4 car.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Auto Club for you. Multi-lane. When we say multi-lane, we're not just joking around. You can really take anywhere, and that means the apron, too.
Top 4. Well, he's joining us now, rallied to a 3rd place finish here tonight at Auto Club after an early incident. Rod Weston, driver the number 19 NOS Energy Drink Toyota Camry. Rod, oh boy, that was a crazy finish. Let's start there. What did you see out the windshield of that number 19 car?
Well, first off, Tom took my line away from me there. I figured out during practice that you could run down there early in a run and really make up a lot of time. So I'd use it a couple times during the race and it worked. And I did it sometimes late in the race and it didn't work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rod, I noticed you were one of the guys that was willing to go down there, especially early on in the race. Was that because you lost the track position so early on, so you were really trying to make those moves to try to get that track position back, or was it just that was where you like to run the car at this track?
It was just a spot where you could use it a couple of times, kind of sort of in the first 10 laps of the run and make up some time. But it isn't going to be gentle on your tires. It's just one of those things that you can use to kind of gain a little bit. And I tried it a few times.
Well, try it. It definitely paid off. Third place finish here tonight, up on the podium.
First time talking with you guys.
I know. I remember a few weeks back you were really excited to start driving the number 19. I know if people don't know or haven't watched before here on JTN, over at Hobo you were driving the 56 for a while, but deciding to switch over to 19 there, 19 over here. It's got to feel good too getting up here. I guess that new number must be pretty good for you and the whole crew.
It's been pretty good. I can't deny it. It's actually been a very good number for me this season and in the end of last.
Oh, Rod, before we let you go, third place finish tonight. Congratulations on that again. And anyone you want to shout out or thank?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got to say my shout out to my crew chief Jim Carley, Alan LeClaire, and Ricky Paul, and obviously I got to say hi to my daughter. She's always there wrenching on the car with us and getting it going.
Well, once again, thank you so much, Rod, for joining us, and congratulations on the third place finish. Good luck next week, and I know you got a full schedule of races between all the different leagues, so good luck in all those.
Thank you.
As Rod Weston, driver the number 19 NOS Energy Drink, Toyota Camry, third place finish for him. Now moving on, the guy, Ricky, oh man, I thought he had it in the bag, came down, took 4 tires. You and I were talking about it. Let's hear from him. Josh Boyer, driver number 41 Topgolf Ford Mustang. Oh boy, Josh. What? That's got to be, I don't know if that's disappointing, if it's exciting, or what's the emotion right now for you?
I think NASCAR needs to look at a out of bounds rule here on this. No, just kidding. I'm with you, Joe. I thought when that caution came out and I had position there, I thought there's no way I've got this thing in the bag. And I ran my line through 3 and 4 just like I wanted to. I knew he could get a run on the inside, but I didn't expect that kind of run, that's for sure. And I just didn't have the momentum to hold him off. But kudos to Tom for knowing that. I had no idea you could run down there with new tires. And well, they got us tonight, but overall still a good comeback for us after that early crash.
Yeah, talk about that, rebounding from an early incident. What's the mindset? This is a track where it seemed like early on in the run, there were a lot of different lanes you could run, but once we got into the run, the tires started wearing, got a little more heat in them. It really became a single groove track.
It definitely did, and you had to think about that early in the run. You could run all those different lines, but if you wanted to be there and have the pace at the end of the run, you had to kind of be careful early. And I tried to do that that next to last run with Rich in the lead, thinking that if we went to the green to the end there, I was saving some tires, and I thought maybe I'd be able to get him. But then that last caution came out, and that set up that last run. But yeah, this track, you can run a lot of different lines early on, and that obviously proved itself at the end of the race there.
Well, you just answered my next question, so I guess I got to figure out another one real quick here on the spot. But I saw, once you saw that Tom got to your inside and kind of had that really good run on that apron, were you thinking, hey, I'm going to try to swing it out to the wall, get as much momentum going forward so I can maybe cross him over? Or what went into that last-ditch effort move to try to win this race?
I was going to do whatever I could try to get it in, but I could tell he had such a run that the only thing I could hope was to maybe do a crossover and somehow catch enough draft on the crossover to get a run, and I just didn't have enough time. And just one of those deals. And again, kudos to him. Hell of a move for a last corner win, right?
Oh yeah, heck of a move. But one more question. It's a really short question. You just answer yes or no. If you would have been able to, if there were no cameras here, would you have dumped them for the win?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh hey Tom, how you doing? But
hey, nice to know.
Real quick,
I still owe him, I think, from a few weeks ago, if I remember right.
Hey, race car drivers never forget. But before we get to Tom, Josh, congratulations, second place finish tonight. Anyone you want to shout out or thank before we let you go?
Thanks to the whole crew again. A great race for us again. Got us back in the race there, and thanks to you guys for broadcasting for us. And we look forward to future races.
Yeah, really excited for it. Homestead's our next one out here, and that's just another great racetrack. But Josh, congratulations again. Good luck next weekend with all your other races, and you got to get a dub here. I mean, it's just all these second place finishes. They got to be annoying.
You got to spread the wealth sometimes. You got to let some of these other guys win occasionally.
I got you. Again, congratulations. Have a great night, buddy.
Take care, guys.
Josh Boyer, driver number 41, Top Golf Ford Mustang, moving on from second to first. He led 4 laps tonight out of the 90. Now, I think 3 of them were at the end, and the other one was probably under caution because he's one of those guys that's just got that big brain there trying to think about getting the bonus points for leading the lap. Tom Moose, the driver number 4, Monster Energy Ford Mustang. Tom, you heard it there. If he would have dumped you to win this race if he could.
Yeah, he would have had a hard time dumping me. I wasn't letting up.
Tom, before we get to that last lap move, because I know that's fresh in your mind, but I'm gonna sit him a little bit. Early on in the race, involved in an incident, had to rally back. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Josh. What's your mindset when that happens? Is it just a lot of anger? Are you driving angry from that point? Are you, taking a step back, deep breath? Is it just knowing that you could get back up to the front? What was the mindset?
Well, I knew I was hoping for, a gas run at the end, and that didn't happen. Well, it actually was happening, but then we got that yellow with 7 to go. And I was going to just follow whatever the leader did, but Josh went in. So I dove in with him and got those 4 tires. But even early in the race, once it had, you got to settle down and just drive the race. You had a lot of laps left to go. So my mindset was just take my time, and there's plenty of time to go.
Plenty of time. And I mean, it took you no time to get that lead coming down the back straightaway. Had a great run up on the 41 of Boyer as he was trying to get by Fenkel in that number 2 car. But okay, let's talk about that last lap pass, because that took a lot of guts to send the car down in there. How much?
It did, but I practiced it all week, and I figured that out on Thursday night that you could run down there. You could actually get your left front tire on the grass and still make the turn.
I was going to say, when I saw the track you guys were running, I because we ran here a couple years ago in another league I was in, and our league said, no, you can't run down there on the apron because, people can be silly.
Right.
That's a nice way of putting it. You guys aren't, and you guys were really respectful about when to use it, you'd see people and they dive it down in there, but you did a really good job of using just the right amount of that apron there to get the pass. So it sounds like it was just a lot of practice.
Yeah. Once you figure it out, I told Rod about it early this afternoon or tonight when he got on, and he was amazed how well it worked. But you can only do it in the first 5 laps. After that, it would not hold down there. It would just push up, wash out really bad.
Yeah, so you make that move, you're coming to the checkered flag, you know that you've got this thing won. Emotions, though, for you after winning tonight.
It was great. This was actually a fun race. We weren't supposed to have this one on the schedule. And once they got the setup working, I figured this should be a good race for you guys to, show. And I think it turned out really well. Oh,
it turned out great. And it had to be really good for you after a tough loss yesterday for your Green Bay Packers to win tonight, huh?
Yeah, let's not go there.
I mean, I'm a Lions fan, man. If I got a chance to poke a little hole real quick, I'm going to take it, Tom. Come on.
Yeah, well, you get what you get. It is what it is.
Okay, moving on then. Before we let you go, Tom, again, thank you so much for having us out. You do a great job, and I want them to hear it from you. If they want, they can come join the TMP Racing League, right?
Absolutely. We're looking to have a maximum of 20 drivers per Monday, and limited at that. Experience, inexperience. As long as you got a steering wheel, that's the important part. We don't want any game pads. But yeah, if you guys are interested, look at our Facebook page and give us a shout. We're looking for another 6 drivers at least. 6 drivers at least, and you get to run, Cup Series, short track late models. I'm assuming that comes along with going and running ASRA, Indy cars too, right? So correct.
I mean, you get everything here, and you get to rotate every Monday night. I know some people, they get, they kind of get bored of running the same thing every week, same night. So this is a great way if you want to run a bunch of different or cars, but you only can do one night a week. Hey,
what we were shooting for is 3 different series: a short track for the late model, 1.5 miles and 2 miles for the Cup, and then road courses for the IndyCar. And it seems to be working out very well.
well, and that's exactly it. You guys, you get a great variety, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you can check out their link just below, TMP Racing League on Facebook, and you message the page to find out more. But Tom, before we let you go, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Sounds like you did your homework and you studied up and you researched and it all paid off. That's always good to see. But before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or thank?
Yeah, my crew for the Monster Energy Ford Mustang. Also, Musa Machining and Manufacturing for sponsoring this league, this part of the league. And, of course, the wife and Roger and Rich for helping me out doing all this.
Well, Tom, again, congratulations on the win. Good luck next week, and keep this momentum going. Now you got it. You finally got the momentum back.
Yeah,
you got that mojo
I've been
back.
on here in the last couple of races, so.
Look at him. He's gonna start rattling them off. Tom Moose, driver number 4. Have a great night, buddy.
Thank you.
And Ricky, that is going to conclude our coverage here from Auto Club. And before we go, I'm going to get you. I got you. 3 words.
Okay.
Describe the race. 3 words.
3 words?
3 words.
Oh, I already had 4 ready, but I guess I can trim it down.
Okay,
to 3.
4. You know what? 4 for Tom
Hey,
Musa. That's great.
4 for Tom Musa. 4 for Tom Musa. Fresh tires are king. Because holy cow, that was you just heard it there. We wouldn't have seen that if it was any later in the race. Tom Musa took his shot there with those fresh tires, and it stuck, and it made for an absolutely fantastic finish. And I'm really glad we got to see that. I think it really how much fun it is to watch races at this version of Auto Club.
Well, and you heard it from Tom. They added us on for this race in the last week. Again, so happy to be able to do all these broadcasts for the guys here at TMP and ASRA, and they always put on some great shows, especially here with the Cup Series and the TMP Racing League. And remember, if you want to sign up, do it. Linked below. Sounded like looking for 6 more guys for Monday nights, and it's a great group of guys too. If you got a little bit of experience, got that wheel. If you don't have any experience and you got a wheel, it's a great series to come and run. But Ricky, that's going to do it for us. For Ricky, for Bristol, our producer and camera dog, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning into JTN. If you want your league broadcast on JTN, head over to our Facebook page, send us a message. We might just have that open date that you're looking for. Thank you so much, everyone. Like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things, and we will see you Saturday night. USORL Red Bull Cup Series from Pocono. It's going to be a great show for sure. Have a